Okay, so I drew half a heart on this sheet of paper. I folded in half. Then I pressed really hard, tracing over it so I could transfer the image onto the other half to make a symmetrical heart, which I went over the etching here. And now I have a symmetrical heart, and I'm going to get a sheet of tracing paper, trace over that, and then I'm going to trace over the tracing paper to leave an image of this heart on a canvas, which I'm going to paint. Here I've traced over the front of the tracing paper, and I'm going to trace over the back so I can transfer the image onto the canvas. Now I used a red colored pencil to trace on the back of the tracing paper, and this is going to help me when I flip it over, and use a green colored pencil to keep track of where I'm tracing to transfer it onto the canvas. Here I have the canvas, and I have the tracing paper on the canvas, and I'm using like a little thing to weight it down, and I'm going to take the green colored pencil and trace around the front, transfer the heart onto the canvas. So this is how it works. You take the tracing paper, you trace the object, then you flip it over, you trace on the back like I showed earlier, and then you transfer it onto another object such as this canvas. You take a pencil and go over it again. Okay, so now I have transferred the heart onto the canvas. Okay, so I had some leftover paint, and I'm finally painting this heart shape that I drew. Well, I drew the heart by hand, and then I traced it onto the canvas back in February. I abandoned this project, but yesterday actually, I thought I have some leftover paint while the Joshua Tree cats dry a little bit before I put on their whiskers. So I decided to use it to paint this heart. Okay, so here's the progress I have made on painting in the heart. It's just a simple oil painting, and I shall continue to fill it in. Here's the painting of the heart. It was created with oil paints. I'm going to let it dry overnight, or maybe for a day or two before I go to the next step. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to do a little bit of touch-up work on this heart painting, but it's pretty much dry at this point.